Hello guys, how you doing? It's me again. Howdy. How you doing today? Pottering on about, just doing the usual shite. Catched up with a few friends. And obviously, being the logical minded that I am, obviously posed a question that was going around in my head. The question being, the Sumerians and the Romans, or maybe Romans is a bad example, but the Sumerians and the Aztecs and the Mayans, and they had their time, do you know what I'm saying? They were the pinnacle of their civilization, and then they disappeared. But maybe we've come to our end of our civilization, our peak, so to speak. I know it sounds all doom and gloom, and obviously, just saying the influx of violence, and I call it the age of greed. I don't know how many of you out there obviously agree with me, but it just seems crazy that I know people die every day. I know this. I'm not silly, and I know they're murdered, they die of old age, this, that, and the fucking other. So there's nothing new. The circle of life. You can't have life without death, and you can't have death without life. I understand that, but at the end of the day, I don't see how we can call ourselves Homo sapiens, wise men, when look what we're doing to each other. We enslave our own race, we enslave animals of a different race, or different species, for what ends? When are we gonna have enough? When is the human race gonna say, we have everything that we need? And I'm not saying, possession-wise. I was looking at a whale, funny enough, just swimming around in its natural habitat, the ocean. Not in a chlorine fucking goldfish bowl, but out in the sea. And I just thought to myself, how peaceful that animal looks. So care in the world the animal has. When you see the birds and the seagulls, obviously I live in Scotland, quite close to the water, so I suppose seagulls are common practice. But you look at these seagulls, they're not worried about, another seagull coming out and killing it. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not worried about mortgages. They're not worried about bringing, nature just seems to be so fucking simple, and we just don't seem to fit in. Do you know what I mean? We seem to be, distant. Me, myself, I think the reason I come up with I've been coming out with these weird and wonderful things is I've kind of felt distanced from the human race. I kind of feel like I'm standing on the outside looking in and trying not to cry. Do you know what I'm saying? Trying to hold what humanity I have left, love for my species, but yet all I can see is negatives. Don't get me wrong, I understand there are beautiful things in the world. I saw a gentleman with no legs. And it was obviously in the video, unfortunately, I wish I had found out his name, but he was bench pressing. Do you know what I'm saying? This man was saying, nah, just because I ain't got legs, don't gonna stop me. Do you know what I'm saying? I just love seeing the restoration in humanity. The young man that took a young lady's purse back to her. Do you know what I'm saying? He's homeless. Do you know what I'm saying? He had nothing else to do, so he did it. Most people go, oh, thank you very much, blah. But he did it. Do you know what I'm saying? He wasn't asked to. Me, I'm not asked to get on the camera and spill everything that goes around in my head and my worries and my concerns for my race. I do it because I feel that I owe the human race to try and show you not where you've gone wrong, but where we can do better. Because we can do better. We all live in our own little bubbles. Everything that bothers us, and we all have our opinions and everything else, which is cool, it's hunky-dory. But what is the point of having it if you're not going to use it? If you're not going to use your free speech, how do you expect people to side, so to speak, with you if you're not willing to stand up and be seen, be heard, decide what you want to do with your existence and do it? I was speaking to my friend earlier on, and I was saying I'd love to have a job, not to get pieces of paper with ink on, not for that at all, but so that I could show my children You know, give my children something to be proud of, because the peace and love, the protesting, the fighting the establishment, this kind of thing, they're too young to know what this is. You know, they most probably sit there and think, oh, you know, Dad's on his funny fucking rants again. You know, and sometimes I suppose I am. But, you know, they are too young at the moment. I'm trying to carve a better future for them, a future in which I believe I was promised. You know, freedom, security, peace, love. I was promised this. So this is what I'm trying to give to my children. A gift that I was promised has not been given to me, so I'm fighting to give it to my children. So, you know, as usual, guys. Oh, sorry. Hello, Emma. How you doing? Hello, Christina. How you doing? Thank you. Now, I do feel alone. I do feel that this is a battle. But, you know, when you see a protest, you know, you look at the Million Mast March, or you look at the protests that have been happening in the last few days and that, and you see the passion and the drive behind these people. It's fantastic. But, as usual, guys, I'm in the middle of cooking, so I'll get back to you once I've done. So, as usual, guys, peace and love.